I showed up to my dream job interview 20 minutes late, covered in coffee stains, at the wrong office building. And somehow, they hired me on the spot. This is the story of my most chaotic interview that taught me what employers really care about. Hey everyone, welcome back to English Story Academy. I'm Alex, and today I'm sharing the most stressful day of my professional life. A job interview where literally everything went wrong. But I still got the job. This story taught me that how you handle disasters matters more than preventing them. 3 months ago, I was working at a small marketing company. The job was fine, but I wanted something bigger. I'd been applying to different companies for weeks when I got the email. Tech Vision Solutions, a huge tech company in Manhattan, wanted to interview me for a marketing manager position. This wasn't just any job. This was my dream role at my dream company. Better salary, better opportunities, better everything. I researched the company obsessively. I prepared answers to every possible interview question. I bought a new suit. I was ready. The interview was scheduled for Tuesday, 9 a.m. sharp. The email said, "Please arrive 15 minutes early. We have a packed schedule. No problem." I'd arrive at 8:30, plenty of time. I set 3 alarms on my phone: 6 a.m., 6:15 a.m., and 6:30 a.m. The office was in Midtown Manhattan, about 45 minutes from my apartment by subway. I calculated everything perfectly. Tuesday morning, my alarms didn't go off. Well, they went off, but my phone died overnight because I forgot to charge it. I woke up naturally and looked at my dead phone in panic. I grabbed my laptop. 7:45 a.m. I had 15 minutes to get ready and 45 minutes of travel time. The math was bad. Very bad. I jumped out of bed, threw on my suit without showering, brushed my teeth while putting on shoes, grabbed my bag, and ran out the door. My hair was a mess. I smelled like sleep, but I had to try. I ran to the subway station. Please be on time. Please be on time. I got to the platform just as my train was leaving. The next one wouldn't come for 8 minutes. I stood there watching the clock, doing mental math. Even if everything went perfectly from here, I'd arrive at 8:55. 5 minutes late to an interview that requested 15 minutes early. The train finally came, packed with morning commuters. I squeezed in, standing room only, pressed against other sweaty people. The train moved slowly, too slowly. We stopped between stations for train traffic ahead. 5 minutes passed, then 10. By the time we started moving again, it was 8:30. I was supposed to be sitting in their lobby right now, filling out paperwork, looking calm and professional. The train finally reached my stop at 8:47. I ran up the subway stairs, pulled out the crumpled email with the address, and started running toward the office building, 6 blocks away. I could make it by 9 if I ran. That's when I passed a coffee cart. The vendor was making coffee for a customer. The smell hit me. I'd skipped breakfast, hadn't had any coffee, was running on pure panic. I needed caffeine desperately. "One coffee, please. Black, large, fast."
350, sir.
I handed him a $5 bill. "Keep change." "Thank you." He handed me the coffee in a paper cup with a plastic lid. I started running again, coffee in one hand, bag in the other. That's when someone walking out of a store opened their door directly into my path. Crash. I ran straight into the door. Coffee exploded everywhere, all over my white shirt, all over my new suit jacket, all over my face and hands.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
"I'm fine. It's fine. I'm late." I looked down at my shirt, completely brown, soaking wet, hot coffee dripping down my chest. I smelled like a coffee shop exploded on me. and I was now definitely going to be late. I had two choices: go home and change, guaranteed to miss the interview entirely, or show up looking like a disaster and try to explain. I chose disaster. I kept running, now sticky and smelling like coffee. I reached the address on the email: 450 Lexington Avenue. A huge office building, very modern, lots of glass. I ran inside to the security desk. Tech Vision Solutions. What floor? We don't have any company by that name in this building. What? No, it has to be here. 450 Lexington Avenue. This is 450 Lexington, but no Tech Vision here. Maybe you have wrong address? I pulled out the email again, hands shaking. I read it more carefully this time. 450 Madison Avenue, 12th floor. Madison, not Lexington. Madison Avenue. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Wrong building. Where's Madison Avenue? 2 blocks that way. But buddy, you might want to clean up first. You look like you had rough morning. No time? Thank you. I ran out of the building. 2 more blocks, it was now 9:12. I was 12 minutes late and counting. I ran the 2 blocks, found 450 Madison Avenue, burst through the doors, ran to the elevator. The elevator took forever. I watched the numbers climb slowly. 3, 4, 5. Come on. Finally, 12th floor. I ran out of the elevator, saw the Tech Vision Solutions sign, and burst through their glass doors. The receptionist looked up, clearly startled by my dramatic entrance. I was breathing heavily, covered in coffee stains, sweating, hair messy, looking absolutely insane.
Can I help you?
Alex, Chen, 9 a.m., interview, marketing manager. I'm so sorry. I'm late.
Oh, yes, they're expecting you. But are you all right? Did something happen?
Long story. Phone died, missed alarm, subway delayed, wrong building, coffee incident. I'm a mess. I know. I'm so sorry. She tried not to smile, but I could see she was holding back laughter.
Let me call them. One moment.
She picked up the phone, spoke quietly, then looked at me.
They'll be right out. And between you and me, they'll understand. Things happen.
I stood there, dripping coffee, probably smelling terrible, wondering if I should just leave now and save everyone the embarrassment. The interview. A woman came out to the lobby. Professional, put together, everything I was not in that moment. She smiled when she saw me.
Alex Chen, I'm Sarah Kim, the hiring manager. Come on back.
Ms. Kim, I am so incredibly sorry. I had the worst morning. I know this is terrible first impression. I'm normally very punctual and professional, I promise.
Let's talk in the conference room. Would you like to clean up first? We have a bathroom down the hall.
Yes, please. Thank you. I went to the bathroom, tried to clean the coffee stains with wet paper towels. It didn't help much. I just spread the stain around. I gave up and went to the conference room. Sarah was there with 2 other people: Mark, the team lead, and Jennifer, the CEO. The CEO was in my interview, and I looked like I'd been attacked by a coffee monster.
Alex, rough morning?
The roughest. I'm mortified. This is not how I wanted to introduce myself.
Well, you're here. That's what matters. Why don't you tell us what happened? We're curious now.
So I told them everything. The dead phone, the subway delay, the wrong building, the coffee explosion. I was honest about all my mistakes. I figured I had nothing to lose at this point. When I finished, Mark was laughing.
450 Lexington instead of Madison? Classic mistake. I've done that.
The question is, what did you learn from this morning?
I thought about it. Honestly, I learned I don't handle pressure well when I'm unprepared. I should have charged my phone, should have left earlier with buffer time, should have read the address more carefully. I made multiple mistakes, but I also learned I don't give up. I could have gone home, I could have called to reschedule, but I really wanted this opportunity, so I came anyway.
Even looking like that?
Even looking like this, because I figured showing up imperfect was better than not showing up at all. Sarah smiled and started asking normal interview questions. We talked about my experience, my skills, my ideas for their marketing strategy. I forgot about the coffee stains. I focused on showing them what I could do. The interview lasted an hour. At the end, Jennifer said something I'll never forget.
Alex, I'm going to be honest. When Sarah told me you arrived 20 minutes late, covered in coffee, I was ready to end this interview in 5 minutes. But you know what impressed me? You didn't make excuses. You owned your mistakes. You explained what went wrong without blaming anyone else. You stayed calm under pressure. You still showed up, prepared to talk about our company and our needs. Those are the qualities we need in this role.
We deal with crisis situations all the time in marketing. Campaigns fail, deadlines change, problems happen. We need someone who can handle chaos and still get the job done.
Plus, honestly, the coffee stain story is going to be legendary in this office.
Alex, we'd like to offer you the position. Pending background checks and references, the job is yours.
I couldn't believe it. I got the job. After everything went wrong, I got the job. The lesson. Interview. English. Let me share the essential phrases and vocabulary I used. Interview basics. Thank you for this opportunity. Expressing gratitude. I'm very interested in this position. Showing enthusiasm. Can you tell me more about the role? Asking for details. What are the main responsibilities? Understanding the job. What's the company culture like? Learning about environment. Apologizing professionally. I sincerely apologize for formal apology. I take full responsibility for owning mistakes. That was my error. Admitting fault. I should have. Acknowledging what you'd do differently. I learned from this experience. Showing growth. Explaining problems. Due to unforeseen circumstances. Formal explanation. I encountered some challenges this morning. Describing issues. Let me explain what happened. Offering transparency. To be honest. Introducing truthful statement. Here's the situation. Setting up explanation. Staying professional under pressure. I understand this is not ideal. Acknowledging the situation. I appreciate your patience. Thanking for understanding. Despite the circumstances, moving forward anyway. I'm still fully prepared to showing readiness. I want to focus on redirecting to what matters. Discussing skills. I have experience in describing background. I'm proficient at highlighting abilities. I successfully managed giving examples. I'm passionate about showing enthusiasm. I can contribute by explaining value. Asking good questions. What does success look like in this role? Understanding expectations. What are the biggest challenges? Learning about difficulties. How would you describe the team? Understanding co-workers. What are the next steps? Following up on process. When can I expect to hear back? Dash timeline question. What really matters? That chaotic morning taught me that employers care about character more than perfection. They want to see how you handle stress, own mistakes, and solve problems in real time. I could have been perfectly on time, perfectly dressed, perfectly prepared, and still not gotten the job if I couldn't handle unexpected situations. The disasters that morning actually helped me. They showed Jennifer and her team exactly who I am under pressure. Someone who keeps going, takes responsibility, maintains humor, and focuses on solutions. I've been working at Tech Vision for 2 months now. It's an amazing job, amazing team. And yes, everyone knows about my interview. It's the first story new employees hear. Sarah uses it in training. This is what resilience looks like. Last week, Jennifer sent me an email about a major marketing campaign that went wrong. We had to rebuild everything in 24 hours. At the end of the crisis, she wrote, "Remember your interview day? You told me you don't give up. You proved that today. This is why we hired you." The coffee stains are still on that suit, by the way. I kept it as a reminder. Your worst moment can become your best opportunity if you handle it with grace, honesty, and determination. If you enjoyed this story and learned something about handling professional disasters, please like and subscribe to English Story Academy. Next week, another workplace story about communication challenges and surprising victories. Until then, remember, employers hire humans, not robots. Show them who you really are, especially when things go wrong. See you next time.